Hello everyone and welcome to the 2018 Next Generation Tour National Championships. Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, along with Colt Breck. And Colt, wow, some pretty exciting action over the last couple of days and some beautiful weather to accompany it. But here we are, 4 players trying to get to that finals, aren't we?
Yeah, here we are with the quarterfinals. We're down to our top 16 players. We still have a charging Silas Schultz, not giving these guys any breathing room. He's extended his lead to about 5, but we also have a charging Kyle Klein out of Michigan, and we have a local boy Alex Miller out of Phoenix who shot the hot round and jumped his way back up onto the lead card. And then rounding out our card, we have a Harold Greer out of Emporia, Kansas. So it's going to be a good battle. It's going to be a real tough battle for that 5th spot. Everyone's really tight. So I can't wait to see how it shakes down.
Well, the field has trimmed now. It started at 80 this weekend, ultimately trimmed down to 16 right now, and the top 5 move on, and they're playing for a brand new Jeep Renegade, along with some pretty serious bragging rights.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of these players, played last year. They had such a great experience. They decided to stay amateur one more year and come back. Silas wasn't happy with 2nd place, so we'll see if he can finish it out this year.
All right. Well, I'm excited to have you join me on some of the calls as we're going to move around the 9 holes, the shortened course, so to speak. 9 holes now and then 9 holes for the finals. Let's get right to the action. We're right here at Fountain Hills and the Next Gen National Championships. All right, here and in just a moment, it looks like we're getting things going. I think Sean's going to have the call here.
All right, everyone ready?
Let's do it.
This is it. Leave nothing out there. Let's go. First to the box. Everyone welcome Silas Schultz.
And Silas Schultz keeping it nice and safe up that right side. We'll see what kind of skip he gets. It's exactly the play you're looking for. He'll be looking at a little bit of a downhill death putt. We'll see if he runs that. We'll see where his confidence level is at.
Next on the tee. Everyone welcome Kyle Klein.
16-year-old Kyle Klein here joining us. How's that look, Colt?
It looks like it's going to be either parked or a little short. Looks like a little short. He's going to have to throw again before anybody else does.
All right, so the rule here is you throw another one from the tee if you were not to find safe ground from here. At that point, you then go to the drop zone, but first you throw from the tee. We'll see if he puts a little bit more on this, and it looks to be more right.
Stay up, step. Oh.
A heartbreaker here for Kyle, as he's still going to be up near the basket. He'll be able to putt from there, and that should be all but a tap in from there. Next to tee.
Third on the box. Everyone welcome Alex Miller. Let's go, Alex.
And local boy Alex Miller, he told me last night he's only played this course a few times, including last week was his first time out here, and he lives in Phoenix. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. This one looks good, nice and safe. Alex has been playing very composed, very pumped all weekend. I saw him this morning in the coffee shop, and he was pumped. So look for him to make some good moves.
Shaking some of the nerves off as he finds himself safe.
Everyone welcome Harold Greer.
And Emporia's own Harold Greer, 4th to tee.
Ooh, this one looks pretty good. It's going. Yep. And stay. And he's parked. Great shot.
All right, we're going to move on. We'll see you on the green in a few minutes.
DiscGolfCenter.com is your premier online disc golf retailer. We offer free shipping within the U.S. on all orders over $12, a live inventory of over 20,000 golf discs in stock, and the most competitive prices online, period. You're guaranteed to find the disc you're looking for, down to the exact weight and color. Visit DiscGolfCenter.com, the world's largest disc golf store. And the safe shot here by Silas, putting it just 5 feet short of the basket. And it seems to be a little confusion. I think one of the confusing parts about being out here is there is a manhole, a small sprinkler cover that looks like it's a disc. So Alex is going to be next to throw. Wow, what a solid putting stroke. Alex very confident with that. I mean, that is the definition of a death putt. You've got water directly behind you. First hole, a little bit of wind and spray coming off the fountain. Solid putt.
Yeah, it looks like he's looking to continue his charge after his hot 10-14 rated last round, so look for Alex to make some moves. Ooh.
And I think it's fair to say that Kyle is, conversely, he is suffering a little bit of frustration and certainly some nerves as he misses a very, very short putt here, uncharacteristic of him. Harold's going to bring it in the full 1 meter. Great start. Kyle's dad is going to help with the retrieval, hopefully, of his disc here. And Silas has less than 8 feet here to clean up for his par. We've got a very short walk. Let's take a look at hole number 2. After a short walk on hole 1 over to 2, we find ourselves with 703 feet, a par 4, one of the 2 par 4s out here on the course. Again, don't make the major mistake of finding yourself in the OB water on the left side. Play it up safe. You got a little room on that right side. Get up toward the basket. You'd love a 3 here, but a 4 is perfectly fine. Just don't give away any strokes.
Harold, 2. All right, it's going to be Alex, Harold, Silas, Kyle.
Alex taking the honors here for hole number 2.
Look like he's going over the tree with the big hyzer. It's going to be a really smart play here if he can just dig in. Yep.
That's really a great play, as you were saying, just to kind of take that water out of play. You're really just trying to put it out in the open. You're not trying to play with the left or right side OB.
Looks like Harold's going to take a more traditional route. Looks like he might have caught a bird or two, slows this down, which could have been a saving grace.
He officially apologizes to PETA. I hope we don't get any calls for that.
And Silas pumping it right down the middle, skipping over the birds. Hopefully that comes to rest. Yeah. Look for Silas to find his groove now that Kyle's giving him some few strokes. He's definitely going to hit cruise control here.
And that line just a little bit too high. We'll catch up with Kyle down the fairway. We'll see you in a moment.
For me, it's time with my friends.
For me, it's a walk in the park.
For me, it's my job.
For me, it's fun.
After being pinched up to the bush on the left-hand side, a really solid play there by Kyle. It's going to put him right on the center of the fairway. He should be able to get up and down, still look at a par from there. As you can see, we're moving down the fairway. Thank you guys so much for joining us here for the Next Gen National Championships taking place out here in Fountain Hills, Arizona. Colt Breck along with Terry Miller as we're taking in the action. This is our second hole of the semifinal round.
As he rips his lucid trespass out there. It looks like it's going to be heading to skip out of bounds. But, yep. Yeah, all the players really want to do here is get their par and get out. A lot of people are going to be shaving strokes just by getting par on hole 2, so hopefully the rest of them can do that. Alex Miller ripping one out towards the tree, hoping to skip it right up towards the bucket. He's inside the circle. Great shot.
Great shot, and Silas gives him the high five. And Silas has about the same distance to the pin. He's just a few feet closer to the water.
Silas Schultz looking to rip one out hard there. Something overstable. Just going to skip right over. Just around the tree. Easy possible birdie.
All right, we're going to continue to move down the fairway as they're taking a look at home. Everyone checking out the scores, and we certainly can talk a little bit about how Silas, as you mentioned earlier as we opened the show, Silas has been in this position before, whether it's experience, nerves, or a combination of all of those things. He's right here in really good position.
Yeah, and Silas is known for being at the top in a lot of big tournaments, and he's been in a lot of playoffs. So I feel like he's probably one of the more seasoned amateurs here at this tournament. So look for him to hold his lead and just kind of cruise his way to victory.
Kyle really trusting, going out over the water, playing the forehand, and going just deep with a pin. He's going to have a little bit of a comebacker. We're going to be back with you in a few moments after a word from these sponsors. And Harold getting a mark. He can opt to bring it up to 3 feet in from his OB line. And he's looking at about 65, maybe 70 feet. Really good looking run, and I think what's imperative here is that you absolutely come in flat. Obviously, with the water not too far away from the basket, you want to make sure that you don't have a nasty angle on that for it to possibly get up and roll away from you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is one of those crucial greens where you don't want to pop it and with any kind of hyzer and have it roll off the bucket.
And 31 feet and in for Silas Schultz, picking up a really nice birdie here on hole number 2. That's a good looking putt. We'll see if he can get back to his form.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big putt for him, saving par after hitting the tree.
And the short comeback, no problem for Harold. And there you have it. Alex is in. Hold on. All right, there you have it, everyone. We are through just 2 holes. We have a lengthy walk. They actually moved from hole 2 on the regular course over to hole number 7 for this layout. So we've got a lengthy walk. We've seen some heartache. I captured a little bit of that on Friday, so we're going to give that to you now. We'll meet you over on hole number 3. That's a good-looking putt. We'll see if he can get back to his form.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big putt for him, saving par after hitting the tree.
And the short comeback, no problem for Harold. And there you have it. Alex is in. Hold on. All right, there you have it, everyone. We are through just 2 holes. We have a lengthy walk. They actually moved from hole 2 on the regular course over to hole number 7 for this layout. So we've got a lengthy walk. We've seen some heartache. I captured a little bit of that on Friday, so we're going to give that to you now. We'll meet you over on hole number 3. Alex with a really good-looking, what looked to be a putter shot, finds himself safe here on the 210-footer. Good looking shot by Silas.
Yeah, absolutely. Look for up there, same fashion.
Smooth release as he waits for it. He gets the green flag. That looks low out of Harold's hand. And he ultimately gets the green flag. We've got a word from our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Dave Felberg, and I want to tell you about a disc this year, the Ballista Pro. I know we put Pro on a lot of things in the past, but this one is immediately in my bag. It's the first tournament of the year, and my go-to flip-to-flat 450-foot shot is now a Ballista Pro. Takes a disc a long time to get in my bag, not this one. It's not just a flip-to-flat disc. It's a disc that I can use to flex. It's adding the distance. I think this could be the fastest disc on the market today.
It seems like the Ballista Pro is going to be a fairly overstable high-speed driver that you can use for headwinds, pretty much anything to do with power and headwinds, so get out and try one.
Let's see what these bad boys can do. Straighter shot, I gave it some anhyzer, it held it a little bit, still came out. Got a nice straighter line out of it with a little slow S straighter S flex.
If you're not throwing a Ballista Pro in 2018, you probably still got a hole in your bag. Time to fill it.
Well, Colt, Alex told me last night that he loves the front nine out on this course, and I think he's proving just that here.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see why. I mean, birdies are kind of a good thing, I guess.
That was a good birdie. A little bit high, but the Mach X brings it in. Kyle trying to make it 3 for 3. And he's done just that, and Silas has the tap in. Johnny V, our producer back in Milwaukee, said even when we cover the pros out here at the Memorial, we're not used to seeing 4 good shots of that nature. So some solid work out here by these guys on hole number 7. Birdies all around. We've got a brief walk. Here's a preview. We'll see you on the next one. We're here for the second of the par 4s. This is hole number 8 on the course. 570 feet, and the real goal here is just to make sure to get up on the hillside, possibly even clear the trees. Then you'll have to decide how aggressive you want to be on that second shot. Again, can't give any away. You got to play safe on the front and attack on the back.
Poison ivy ruins the best day outdoors.
Honey, careful. I saw poison ivy.
The rash is ugly, itchy, and spreads quickly. Zanfel's your answer. Skip nutty remedies and expensive visits to urgent care. When you get poison ivy, get Zanfel. No side effects. Safe for kids. Zanfel washes away the toxin that causes the itching rash. Complete relief. Zanfel lets the healing begin. Got poison ivy? Get Zanfel. It works.
Wow, solid shot, clearing all of the trees. That's exactly what you want to be doing here. We'll see if Silas can get it even further. And an opportunity to take advantage here of the second par 4 that we're going to see. Silas easily clearing the trees. He should be in good position there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have a wide open look to the peninsula.
And Kyle, not to be outdone, hits the gap perfectly. These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely playing like a lead car. I've seen pros play this hole a lot worse. good. Trying to pipe one down the middle. Looks like he's going to get hung up on that tree. Yep.
The next gen wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors. Here's one now.
Lily, watch out! There's poison ivy down there.
Honey, careful. I saw poison ivy.
Getting poison ivy can make you desperate for relief. The rash is ugly and can spread quickly, and the itch drives you nuts. But don't go looking for a wacky cure, like banana peels or mixing baking soda and vinegar, applying watermelon rinds, insect spray, peroxide toothpaste, raw bacon. Really? When you get poison ivy, get smart. Get Zanfel. It works.
Looks like Harold's going to rip one out to right towards that tree on the peninsula. Looks great. Can't really tell over the hill here. And he gets the green flag.
He does, as we are blind and below where that hillside is, so we couldn't actually see it ourselves, but the gallery liked it. Of course, you can follow along with all of the scores. Go to pdga.com. They have all of the scores for the other groups, along with our lead card, as we're making our way around the Fountain Hills course for the semifinal round. Silas Schultz, your leader.
Looks like he's going to rip that Nova up there. And he's going to do what Nova does, stick to the grass. So great shot by Kyle.
And Alex has almost the exact same distance. However, he does have this one tree he'll have to contend with. Looks like an overstable mid. Does he even have power? Oh, he does. He knows what he's doing. Right next to the basket.
Yeah, you know, he talked about liking the front nine, and he's shown just why he's...
We really just can't state enough how great these last three drives have been. I mean, this is exactly where any professional would want to be here on course hole 8. Easy tap in here for Kyle. He's going to take the birdie. Has to be one of the most beautiful greens we find in all of disc golf. Also one of the more treacherous ones.
Yeah, you know, I wish the fountain was going off right now because that's what makes it one of the most beautiful greens out here.
And Alex continues to dominate here in these first few holes. And we're going to see a few more tap-ins. We're going to have a, I'll say a medium length walk as we're going to move over to course hole number 11 in just a few moments. Of course, we're going to have a quick preview of that. Also a word or two from our sponsors. Stay tuned as we're bringing you the semifinal round right here at the Next Generation Tour Championships.
Looks like Harold's going to rip one out to right towards that tree on the peninsula. Looks great. Can't really tell over the hill here. And he gets the.
We're here for the 5th hole of the finals, hole number 9 on the course, 406 feet out to a peninsula green. This is really a tweener. Are you going to go for it? Are you going to come up short? If you come up short, how easy your approach shot going to be? Either way, there's plenty of danger here. This is also the round that ruined Paul McBeth's perfect round out here a few years ago, so you know it's daunting. We're moving on from hole 9.
When you order from Dynamic Discs, we do our best from start to finish. First, we receive your order from the website and print out the packing slip detailing the specific items you selected. Then, your order is pulled directly from the shelves, packed in a cardboard box to prevent bending during transit, and quickly on its way to you with free shipping. For every purchase online with Dynamic Discs, you'll receive rewards points so you can save on your next order. We'll work with you to make sure you get the exact disc you're looking for. For anything from Dynamic Discs, Latitude 64, or Westside Discs, head to dynamicdiscs.com.
Colt, it's definitely been a long weekend as I was confused as to where we were going. We can't skip hole number 9, or course hole number 9 that is. And we'll see. Looks like Alex is going all the way for the pin, and he's gone past the basket, and he's going to find himself OB. However, that could all but be a penalty or a circle 3, as some would call it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he goes for that putt or not. I mean, it's definitely going to be a sketchy putt if he misses, but I think he's in the groove. He's going to drop it down and get his 3 and get out.
I think we've seen that someone like Silas and a number of our competitors out here have no problem with the distance here on hole number 9, and the winds are down, so I think we're going to see some aggressive plays, and Silas has more than enough strokes, so he can get a little bit crazier aggressive. Oh, and he sticks the landing, at least an 8.5 on that landing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just above the gun eye. No chance to fall in, so it was a great shot.
Kyle, just 16 years old, just a single year older than our leader in Silas Schultz. Neither of them can drive the car home if they were to win it.
You know, that's an interesting thing. You know, we still haven't decided who's going to be able to drive home. You know, not only can they not drive, you know, the Jeep is also a stick shift, so I don't think this generation even knows what that is.
Harold's tee shot, also a really good looking line. Man, these guys are dialed in this afternoon, and he also sticks the landing. We'll see you after a word from these sponsors.
Hi, this is Johannes from Latitude 64, and today I want to show you the musket. The musket is rated at speed 10, glide 5, turn -0.5 and fade 2. The musket is a fast fairway driver with good glide. It is very neutral in flight for shots around 330 feet, which means that you can make a lot of different shots with it. You can throw hyzers, straight shots and anhyzers with it, depending on how much power you have. As we all know, accuracy and distance doesn't always go hand in hand, and some of you doesn't like to throw those power distance driver. But with this fairway driver at speed 10, you'll get that little extra firepower you need to reach the basket.
At Disc Golf Center, we strive to provide the best customer service and value. With our live inventory of over 20,000 discs, we have the widest selection and the best prices. Check out discgolfcenter.com to see what we have to offer, including free shipping within the United States on all orders over $12 and a customer rewards program that gets better over time. Visit discgolfcenter.com, the world's largest disc golf store.
Harold will be first to approach.
Sit. He's up to sit down. He's got the green flag.
A little nerve-wracking there for a moment.
Yeah, I almost didn't know what to say because I was nervous for him. So.
And exactly what you want to do. Right next to the pin, Kyle will walk away with the 3.
Yeah. All these competitors are going to be looking to lay up and get their 3 and get out. Yeah, easy peasy.
And Alex, faced with his first opportunity at adversity here, this is to save his par after going OB on the tee shot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I know he's going to go for it, so look for him to make good on par here.
Wow, what a save. He's going to walk away with the 3 after the OB stroke, and doesn't look like there'll be any movement here.
No, not at all.
And Harold also with the par, so again, no movement here. We're going to make this walk ultimately over to course hole number 11 in just a moment. We'll be able to check in with a word from our sponsors, also maybe take a quick look at the scores, see if anyone up from the other cards are making a move. We'll be back with you in a few moments from Fountain Hills.
there.
Honey, careful. I saw poison ivy.
Getting poison ivy can make you desperate for relief. The rash is ugly and can spread quickly, and the itch drives you nuts. But don't go looking for a wacky cure, like banana peels or mixing baking soda and vinegar, applying watermelon rinds, insect spray, peroxide toothpaste, raw bacon. Really? When you get poison ivy, get smart. Get Zanfel. It works.
Here for the 6th hole, which is course hole number 11 this weekend. 390 feet. You just got to go out there and get it. You can't fade too hard to the left. If you have a headwind, it might push you that way. There is OB on the sidewalk. Of course, if you turn something over or you yank it too far to the right, you could find the OB road. So don't do either of that. And when we get near that basket, make sure you stay away from those 2 trees that are protecting it. They may cause a roll away. Let's get to it.
Looks like Alan's pumping one right at the basket, and he just needs to grab the grass. He's going to have a great birdie with him there. It looked very effortless. Here's Silas Schultz. And that's fading left. However, it looks pretty flat. I don't think that's going to find the OB, and it doesn't. Kyle going with a more traditional route, taking the big hyzer, hoping to get a skip. And he's going to have a great look from there, too. A little long, just outside circle putt, but. Harold ripping on his trespass. He needs that to hook up a little bit and take a nice big skip. Looks like he hit that flat area and it stuck, so he's going to have to make a choice here whether he's going to run that putt or if he's going to lay it up. And here's a word from our sponsors. And we're moving down the fairway, watching all 4 of our competitors. Looks like almost everyone's near pin high.
And Harold's going to have the uprights to split here. Now, you have to be careful because anytime you hit a tree or the basket and it doesn't go in, you see it roll more often than you don't. Oh, and after a little bit of a ricochet, it does sit down. Everybody collectively holding their breath for a moment. And that is exactly what I was referencing a moment ago. Almost everything that comes near either the basket or these two trees somehow finds a way to get on edge and roll. So although Silas was on point, a little bit low.
Yeah, now he's going to have to straddle around one tree and then throw a dagger in because another tree's in the way.
And that one does sit. I have to think back to last night and talking to a lot of these players. So many of them said anything can happen at Fountain, and that is just really a classic example of that. Sure, this course has plenty of birdie opportunities, but it can take them away very quickly here with some of these hills and the water. A little bit of dancing, and he finds himself in the bottom of the basket. And Alex really set up in a great position here. Sometimes when you're off center with one of these trees, they can come into play like we saw for Silas, but Alex in great position looking right at the pin.
And there you go. There's Alex's first mistake, really. So, but he'll still walk away with par. But definitely giving a stroke back to Kyle after making up 5 already. So we'll look for him to pick it back up on 14.
And as you mentioned, course hole 14 is going to be our 7th hole of the round. We have 14, 17, and 18 left to play. Just 3 holes left during this semis round. We're glad you're tuned in. Please like and share. Let everyone know you're watching some live disc golf. We've got 3 holes to go. We'll bring you the finals afterwards. We'll be back in a moment after a word from these sponsors.
Disc Golf Center has moved to beautiful DeBerry, Florida, just down the road from the River City Nature Park Disc Golf Course. If you're in the neighborhood, come by and check out our spacious showroom and storefront. You'll have direct access to our live inventory of over 20,000 discs, so you can get exactly the weight and color you're looking for. Visit discgolfcenter.com, the world's largest disc golf store.
When you order from Dynamic Discs, we do our best from start to finish. First, we receive your order from the website and print out the packing slip detailing the specific items you selected. Then, your order is pulled directly from the shelves, packed in a cardboard box to prevent bending during transit, and quickly on its way to you with free shipping. For every purchase online with Dynamic Discs, you'll receive rewards points so you can save on your next order. We'll work with you to make sure you get the exact disc you're looking for. For anything from Dynamic Discs, Latitude 64, or Westside Discs, head to dynamicdiscs.com.
Kyle with a great looking angle. He needs it to sit down. It's tracking toward the sidewalk. It carries around, and where will it sit? Ultimately inbounds. Kyle safe off the tee here on our 7th hole. That's low, but it has to at least get onto that mound if he's going to play for the skip, and not quite enough. If that was about 10 feet to the left, I think it would have skipped all the way to the pin. Feel a light left to right breeze. We'll see if Harold has the right angle on it.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming perfectly in at the trees. Oh yeah, he's parked.
We're at the top of the hour as the fountain is just about going off. And hangs it wide. We've got a long walk. We're going to see you down on the green of our 7th hole. Oh, and a great run by Kyle. However, it might be a punishing one at the same time. He's carried up and over the basket, past the electrical box, and now he's going to have to deal with that on the comeback putt. A very unique feature of this hole, not only the low-hanging branches, but also how that electrical box can block so many of the putts that are coming from this angle. And Alex is lining up one of those at this moment right now, and he'll have to just put it up and over that box, but get it to drop so it doesn't somehow catch edge and find the OB sidewalk beyond. Oh, and a really good angle for him. He had the height, in fact, just a little bit too much, and it's great that that sat down for him. Silas with a very similar shot. And Colt, I don't want to go ahead and throw out too much of that word anticlimactic, but it sounds like Silas can put this thing into cruise control, even though he can't legally drive.
Nice play on words there, Terry. Yeah, he's definitely got a good enough league now. Nobody's going to be threatening for this round and pretty much next round as well. So
Yeah, when he's as solid of a player as he is, we've seen him with nerves of steel. We've seen him out here battling so hard. He knows the course. He knows all of his shots. He's clearly a solid putter, and he plays well under pressure. So with all of that being said, this is certainly Silas's car to win at this point.
Yeah, definitely. You know, being a seasoned player and been in this position many times, you know, when you relieve the pressure, you're just going to make it that much easier for someone like him to cruise around and cruise into the victory. So.
Last year we saw a crazy 6-hole playoff. I heard that this year during one of the events he was involved in an 8-hole playoff. So he's a guy that knows how to push the limits. Unfortunately, he came up short in both of those that I just mentioned. But today, he's not messing with any playoffs.
Yeah, no, not at all. I was actually there for that regional playoff, and it was actually 9 holes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember very vividly because I got tired of making the loop. But yeah, he did fall up a little short, so looking for some redemption here.
He certainly is. What a beautiful setting we have as Alex is tapping in. We're out here. The fountain is going off. Low winds, temperatures in the 70s. A gorgeous day. We have 2 holes left in the semis. We'll see you from hole number 17, course hole 8. Just 2 holes left to play. Hole number 17, 468 feet. We're again throwing downhill. If you got a big enough arm, you can reach it. It's guarded by a couple of trees down there, but this is a bonus birdie. This could also seal the deal if you're trying to pull away with things or get a bigger cushion moving into our 9th and final hole of the round. This is hole 17.
Having trouble finding the discs you're looking for? Disc Golf Center has you covered. Your premier online retailer of disc golf discs and accessories features a live inventory of over 20,000 discs with the exact weight and color you're looking for. Take advantage of our free shipping within the U.S. on all orders over $12 and our customer rewards program. Visit discgolfcenter.com, the world's largest disc golf store.
As Harold tees off, he's turning that one over. I think it's going to fight back, and one of the most epic backdrops in all of disc golf, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I found myself losing sight of the disc for a minute because I was staring at the fountain, but yeah, this is definitely the most epic backdrop for this entire course and all of disc golf, really. Kyle Klein ripping one out there. It looks pretty much perfect if he can get the good skip.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have it just inside a circle putt. Go Alex Miller, ripping one way up high. He made sure to put one way up high right so we didn't get lost in the fountain.
Giving it plenty of room and so effortless and putting it all the way inside the circle. Great shot by Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if anybody can hear it back here, but we got a lot of loud cars. Got people out here test driving all my collection, so I apologize for that.
Type of hole someone like Silas can feast on, just playing a big wide hyzer. We'll see if it brings it in. He's going to get a little bit of a skip, And that's pretty much parked. That's how you do it for Silas Schultz.
Yeah.
We're going to move down the fairway on hole number 8.
Hashtag Schultzmania. Here we go, Alex Miller, ripping one way up high. He made sure to put one way up high right so we didn't get lost in the fountains.
Giving it plenty of room and so effortless and putting it all the way inside. And the type of hole someone like Silas can feast on, just playing a big wide hyzer. We'll see if it brings it in. He's going to get a little bit of a skip. And that's pretty much parked. That's how you do it for Silas Schultz.
Yeah.
We're going to move down.
Disc Golf Center is your #1 choice for discs, accessories, and low prices. With free shipping within the U.S. on all orders over $12, discounts from our customer rewards program, and the ability to pick out the exact weight and color disc you want from our live inventory of over 20,000 options. You'll find exactly what you're looking for. Visit discgolfcenter.com, the world's largest disc golf store.
Oh, the bank shot.
I was actually going to call that bank shot, too.
All right, sometimes trees can be your friend out here on the course.
I was going to call that, too.
Looks like a 2 on the scorecard to me. And from also outside the circle, he's looking at about 36, maybe 37 feet. This is Harold. And making sure to give it enough power, just a little too much as he carries right over the pin. We'll see if we can move into a better position here on the left side. And again, Silas Schultz takes a birdie here. Seen him really dialed in here on hole 17. And stretched out to his left, we see another birdie here. 3 birdies and a par on our 8th hole. Very impressive golf. And there you have it. I think we've got a replay of that great putt by Kyle. Also, we'll have some scores and a hole preview. We're heading to our final hole of the semifinals.
The bank shot. I was actually going to call that bank shot, too.
All right, it's the end of the round. Whether it's the semis or the finals, we've arrived. Hole number 18, or otherwise our 9th hole here of the finals, and the car is just behind us. I should say the Jeep. It's ready for somebody to drive home today because they're taking it home as the next gen champion. 400 feet, there's OB to the right side, and of course the OB on the left side. Question is, do you have the strokes? Do you need the strokes? Whatever it might be, are you playing safe or are you going for this green? Either way, you're going to be on a sloped green looking at an up or downhill putt. There's nothing easy about this. This is for the championships here at the Next Gen. And the famous final hole here out at the Fountain Hills Disc Golf Course. Looks like Kyle's got that dialed in. 5, 6, 7 skips. Oh. Nope, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that as Kyle impaled himself here on the tee sign. Kyle, you still have more holes to play, buddy. Don't go running yourself into tee signs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that looks like trouble right out of his hand. Not enough hyzer on that. Silas going to take the hyzer route off to the right.
And this looks pretty textbook by Silas Schultz. I mean, he's done this the last 3 rounds now. Big skip, right down to the bucket, drop in birdie. Yep. Harold Greer looking to take the same line as Silas. Skipping on down. And he's going to have circle's edge putt just outside circle.
And we're going to follow the players down the fairway here. We've got a great gallery that's taking in all the action. In fact, actually, we're not going to go too far at first. Alex is going to have to next as he had gone out of bounds. Now, he can bring this back on the line of play anywhere he wants. Is that correct?
I don't think that's correct, because it's usually wherever you were last in bounds when you get a meter in. But you got to take it wherever it's safe.
Looks like the players will have a quick debate as to exactly where he's going to be able to stand.
I'm down with that.
And although he had to worry about his footing, that's going to be low but flat, so he'll still be inbounds, no problem from there. We're going to continue to move down the fairway. I think we're going to be able to take a look at some scores. And as I was mentioning a moment ago, we've got a great gallery out here, Colt. People really enjoying, obviously, the Arizona sunshine. We're out here in Fountain Hills. It's great that this is taking place so late in the afternoon. I had to first this morning get in the Ironman that was taking place just down the road. I got that done. New record time, of course, so I could get back out here
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and other than the players, we have a lot of local people that like to come out here. They're intrigued by what this whole disc golf thing is, and they've done showcase, so it's a really good atmosphere for these.
Well, and it's funny, as you just said, amateur players, of course, that's the Next Gen Tour, but right now we are not dealing with amateurs by any means, as these guys have performed so well throughout the weekend, showing some great play, some resilience, confidence, everything that you expect to see in an up-and-coming professional. And when I spoke to many of them last night, they said just that they're right on the cusp of moving into that pro division come next year. And not looking to mess around at all with a possible roll away. Harold's going to put himself next to the basket. Nice flat putt, leaving himself just 3 feet from the pin. Alex, on the other hand, he's got a good angle and he's looking just around the circle's edge. So,
yeah, I mean, there's really no reason not to. He's got a pretty flat putt, so even if he does hit or come high or low, it should just drop.
He's going to wait for a lone walker that's passing behind the basket. And giving it enough power, maybe a little bit too much. And as I was just speaking to Colt here a moment ago, it looks like we're going to likely see all four of these guys locked into that final round. The real question is Quinn or someone else going to make a push for that fifth spot? And right now you're saying it looks like it might be Quinn.
Yeah, you know, I just checked the live scores right before these guys teed off, and it looked like Quinn Rodius out of Washington is really pushing for that fifth spot. But he's also got a Latitude 64's Peyton Neindorf chasing him down. So with a few more holes left to go, we'll be looking to see some exciting plays.
Yeah, and the fist pump. Kyle excited about that. A great birdie here to finish, although he had a very rough start here, giving a little bit more of a cushion to his friend Silas, but finishes with a birdie. Silas will give him the high five. Silas would like to match that. And he makes it look so easy and so effortless. Again, our top two competitors, a combined age of just 31 years old, and that certainly speaks volumes about how bright the future is of disc golf when you have two such stand-up gentlemen, great performers, they've become good friends, and watching them perform at this stage on this level is so incredible. And as we're watching a few final tap-ins, Colt, you and I will have a word as we're going to close things out. Of course, we're going to invite everyone to join us a little bit later. We'll get with you on the exact time for the release of our finals. But, Colt, we just saw some exciting play out here. Thank you for joining me, first and foremost. Rumor has it a world champion, Dave Feldberg. I'm not saying we're leveling up, but Dave Feldberg might step in later?
You know, we're definitely going to try to get him out there on the course. You know, he's old, he's master's level, and he's already walked around the course once or twice, you know, so hopefully he's got the stamina to get it out there. But I have faith in him. I think he's going to get out there and give us a good commentary.
Well, we're nearing the end of the Next Generation Tour here for 2018. They talked quite extensively about some really big plans for next year. I know there's some exciting things in the works. And on top of that, not only did Dave and Cynthia just get married a few days ago, they're actually going to be expecting their first child come February. So some exciting stuff for both them and all of us and the Next Gen Tour. So we're going to stand down for now. I want to thank both Kyle and Jimmy for working the cameras, Johnny V back at the controls, the entire Next Gen staff that's out here, along with the crew and so many tireless volunteers, and my gracious host in Boyd. Thank you so much for the hospitality when I'm in Arizona. We love and appreciate all of you guys. We're going to be back with you. Stay right here at this exact link. The same link will be here for this afternoon's round. That should be starting up here shortly, and we're going to bring you the top 5 competitors as we finish this out. For Colt and Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, and all of us at Next Gen, we'll see you shortly.